Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you guys my Gurguit Pellinore Gold Paladin deck. It's really fun. The purpose of the deck is to use Gurguit with the Break Stride ability and then also have Pellinore's Superior Ride skill as backup. You can get off a lot of sick and crazy plays with all the new Gold Paladin Stride support, especially since it's much easier now to get off the, call Pellinore during the attack step, ride it, attack with it, use its limit break to get more power. So let's go ahead and get right to the deck profile. For Stride Zone, I run 2 Spearcross Dragon. He's a really big cost of Counterblast 2 and choose face down Spearcross from your G Zone and turn face up. But for every face-up card in your G-Zone, you get to call a Gold Paladin card by looking at the top 5 cards of your decks and search for up to 1 card among them for each face-up card in your G-Zone. So late game, it can really fill up the field fast, but only 2 though, because it is a heavy cost. This deck is pretty, Counterblast heavy, so you have to save them for other things. And I also run 3 Campbell. He's the on-hit search skill. So you can easily use Pellinore with this skill, stride it over Gurguit, and get an extra call as well. And like I said, just gives your opponent a reason to guard against this attack, knowing that they can have to face a possible but superior riding Vanguard. And I also run 3 Scourge Point Dragon. This card, basically, when a unit is placed on rear guard from your deck, that unit and this unit get plus 5,000. So you can use Gurguit's Break Stride to call a unit, gets plus 5,000, and then this card gets it as well. So you'll hit some pretty big numbers using this card. And then moving on to the main deck, we run 4 Gurguit. Your main grade 3 of the deck, his Break Stride ability is CB1. You check the top 4 cards of your deck, call something to rear guard, gets plus 2,000. Sets up your field really nicely, and then his GB2 is Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 at the beginning of the guard step. You may pay the cost. If you do, check the top 4 cards of your deck for a card and call it to the guard circle. It's nice because you can call a perfect guard using his skill, and it's basically guard irrelevant, meaning if your opponent attacks with a Vanguard that says, you can't use grade 1s or higher, this card gets around it, which is really nice. And your backup grade 3, which is Pellinore. Love using this card. I know some people like the Spectral Dragon Duke build, just other reasons, but Pellinore is definitely my favorite. When he's called to the rear guard, you can discard a card. If you do, you can hop him right onto the Vanguard. So if your Vanguard's already attacked, you can attack with him. And if you're at limit break, the limit break ability is you can put 2 of your rear guards to the bottom of the deck to choose 2 of your units. They get plus 5,000. So normally Pellinore would be 10 on its own. You can give it some power so it can have like a little better chance of hitting. And for grade 2s, I run 4 Pewell. He is the Counterblast 1 boost card, where basically you can check the top 3 cards of your deck and search for up to 1 card from among them, call it to rear. Very easy to abuse Pellinore with this card as well. You can get some easy common, columns off, use Kugal to draw. You have a lot of options with this card, especially since it is top 3. And I also run 4 Lop-Ear Shooter. I like this card because it's not a gen break. It's a discard 1 to check the top card and call it. Early game pressure is really nice with this, especially with the starter or my other backup grade 2 that I run, which is Vivian. I run 2 of her, actually 3 of her, my bad. My starter is Spring Breeze Messenger, so if I attack with her and boost with it, I'll have 2 possible searches off, and I'm at 2 face-up damage, so it becomes an extremely, pressurized Vanguard attack that your opponent will most likely want to guard. And for grade 1s, I run 4 Halo Shield Mark. Run this perfect guard basically because you can't use the unflip perfect guard with Gurguit's skill. You need, to call it from hand. So using this means, I call it with his guard skill, and there's my easy, protection skill right there. And also 4 stride enablers just for easy stride costs. Search out Gurguit. For Cool Gal, he is the GB1. When this unit is placed on rear guard from your deck, you may draw a card. You save the soul for Gurguit and whatnot. That's why I don't run Dindrain. And I also run 2 Meligant. He is the Soul Blast 2 and Flip 2 when placed on rear guard, just because, like I said, you do counterblast a lot with this deck. And for grade 0s, your starter is Spring Breeze Messenger. Just another, on-hit skill. You can, get it off with Pellinore. I remember one game I attacked. I was at grade 1. My opponent was at grade 3. It hit. I needed to catch up, but I was able to call Pellinore, skip the grade 2 ride phase, which is really cool. And 8 crit, 4 Flame of Victory, just for the put into soul effect, and 4 Air Raid Lion. 4 Stan, Catch Call Liberator, card's really good, just because you can call it with a unit, use its skill, call something else, maybe get Lop-Ear Shooter, and keep doing that until you hit, the card that you want. And 4 Pharmacy Witch, the heal trigger. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Qualia out.